All right, Jeff, so you've been out for about 24 hours.
Yes, 24 hours exactly, almost.
Tell me what's going on with you, how you feel.
It's a shock. I mean, to see cell phones that everything comes up on it, and the internet. They've been teaching me how to do TikTok, making the funny faces.
Snapchat.
It's all Snapchat, because one's going to come
You're
your
not
way.
right, TikTok.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we were at the hotel. Jeff sent this one to you.
Hey, Lola, what do you think of me now? I'm waiting for Easter to pop.
You gotta send that to me.
The songs, radio, all the feedback from the article on me, and then a car talks to you and tells you where to drive. Backup picture.
I know. Have you seen that before?
No, I've seen it on TV. I've never seen it in a vehicle. I said, it's a shock. I mean, I never would have expected that. I mean, I've seen it on TV, but to see it actually in person, it's a shock. I got a lot to learn.
I want to go back for a minute. It's been a long time for you. I want you to tell us about the day you got convicted.
I couldn't believe it. I felt they had no evidence, and when they said I was guilty, and then they led me right out, I was just emotionally drained. And then I went back to the jail, and this can't be happening. It can't. I didn't do nothing. Everything went out of me. Everything. I was in such a state of shock. I couldn't imagine, because there was no evidence. But a lot of evidence was never even entered. The original detectives weren't called. They never testified, and I asked for them, and they were never allowed to testify.
Did you think it would take 22 years to clear your name?
No, I did not think that.
What did you think would happen when you were convicted? What did you think was going to be next?
I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, I never had nothing like this. I've always been an honest person, and then all of a sudden this, and then when I go into the shock of the prison system, I was traumatized. It was a whole new world that I was not used to, and it was hard to learn what you do, what you don't do.
Were you scared in there?
Yes, I was. I mean, I had my back burned. Somebody threw hot water with soap in it that was boiled in the microwave over the shower partition when I just stepped out of the shower and burnt my whole back up. I've been slugged. I had been threatened.
It's been an interesting week. Jacinda, Susan, and I, we all got here on Monday.
Yes.
Thinking that you were going to get out hopefully Tuesday, worst case Wednesday.
Yeah.
You didn't get out till Friday.
No, I didn't get out till Friday.
Tell me about how long the week was, like the emotions of you going up and down and how overwhelming it was.
It was a shock. I would call and I say, what's the bad news you got for me this week? That's all I ever expected. I kept getting bad news. And then Alexis the one day says, Jeff, Naomi and Olivia are with me. Are you telling me I'm getting out? She says, yeah, next Tuesday or Wednesday. And I just bawled for them. And I just kept crying. And then it got to Tuesday. And then I sit there and waited. And I guess somebody didn't file the right paperwork. Judge was waiting for it. Then the next day, the judge turned around and he was home. He would not sign it. Then the next day, there was no power. And I kept going. I kept crying and going through this. What is going on? Everybody says I'm innocent. I am innocent. And they just keeping me in here. And it was taking a toll, being in that little isolated cell. Then yesterday, Friday, something happened. The COs come and said, Jeff, we have to take you up front.
So you walk out into this room and you see your attorneys and you see Jacinda.
I run to Jacinda and I hugged her. Well, I couldn't say run. I walked with my cane, but I hugged her. And I held her and I started crying.
How did that moment feel for you?
It was a shock. I waited so long for it. I even told her to pinch me to make sure I wasn't dreaming. And I couldn't believe it. And I hugged everyone, I cried, and then we walked outside. I was just glad to be out of there. And then when we left there and went where everybody else was, it was hugs and stuff. And then talking to everybody and then said, pinch me, I know I'm not dreaming.
I think there's no way that we're sitting here without Susan and Jacinda.
No, there's not. When Susan first gets with Jacinda and looks at my file, and she's going through it, and all of a sudden, here's this picture of Thomas Dillon. Nobody knew who that was. I didn't. I didn't know that he was a suspect and that they went down and did a lineup and he was positively picked out. But she said, that's Thomas Dillon. And everything busted open. Even Dave Moran admits that. They said they busted the case wide open. They went out and investigated. They went out and talked to the witnesses and got stuff. And when all that come, and then the integrity unit come into it, and I even offered to take truth serum. They looked at me. They don't do that.
Yeah, this isn't 1970s Russia.
Well,
I do that.
But I offered to take truth serum. I offered to take a hypnosis and an extensive polygraph. And I am innocent. I'm an actual innocent.
Tell us what you want to do next. What's next?
Right now, I just want to settle back and try to get re-educated back into society. I mean, there's so much new technology, the phones, the cars and stuff, that I need to learn. I want to sit at wherever I'm staying and work on my cards and stuff. And how do I say this? But I want to walk in the woods. I've missed it so long. I mean, I love the outdoors. I'm always hunting. I like to fish, but I was always hunting. And I just like being out there. And it's one of the things I'm going to do. Like I say, my first thing was New York cheesecakes. I had to go to Sweetwater Donuts and get that because, like I say, I enjoyed them and I missed them all that time.
Anything you want to say to people? Anything you want to say?
I am finally out of prison. I am an actual innocence. I did not kill those two people. It's a culture shock, the way life has changed in the 22 years from what I had in prison, from when I first went down to what it is now, the technology and everything. And it's going to take me a while to get used to it. Like I say, I'm 71 years old and I'm tongue-tied for words.
Are you scared?
I don't know what to expect being out and how people will look at me. What do they see? And I am an innocent man. I did not do it. I guess that covers it.